And you know that love keeps no record of wrong. We're talking what the other brother did and made that the father. You remember those 3 parables in Luke 15? All 3 parables repeats exactly the same thing. Remember the lost sheep, lost coin, lost son? What does it say? You cannot be lost unless you belong to begin with. I mean, he came to his own, but his own did not recognize him. They did not salute him, roll out the red carpet. They crucified him. His own people spat in his face, plucked out his beard, humbled him on the cross. But he says, when I am lifted up, I will draw all unto me. And what's he speaking about? Speaking about judgment. The previous verse, that's John 12. He says, now is the judgment of this world. He says, now the ruler of this world is cast out, brought out of the equation. How are you going to do that, Jesus, when I'm lifted up? What was he speaking about? The cross. The cross. We sing, lift Jesus high, but where was he lifted up? Like Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. And they saw and were healed. They were touched prophetically, profoundly. The Lion of Judah becomes the Lamb of God, little lamb. And his mission was to do the most ridiculous deal imaginable, the scandal of the cross, the foolishness of dying humanity's death. Seems such weakness on God's side. But in the genius of God, Jesus did not die alone. He died mankind's death. And he used our death to bring closure to every lie that we believed about ourselves. And as a doorway to go into our deepest darkness, into our hell, our Hades, and deliver us from the bondage that kept our minds engaged with this inferior idea of who we are. Would you mind if I take my jacket off? Thank you, my brother. So he came and he brought freedom to his own creation by dying our death, by going into the very thing that held us in bondage and in captivity, to come as the announcer of good tidings,